Hello there and welcome back to another episode of Draw With Me, Deesee. And we're going to be drawing today Mr. Vegeta-san. Yeah, from this specific Vegeta is from Revival of F. So the new Dragon Ball Z movie. So that's why his attire is slightly different. And in this episode, we're going to be coloring him. Hooray! And I'm going to teach you a couple techniques on how to color exactly. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm actually on the line work layer right now. I should probably label this, by the way. One second. It is always important to label your layers so you're not getting too lost. I'm going to put all these sketch layers in its own folder, actually. Put all that shit away, clean this up. There we go. So the reason why I highlighted this using the wand tool right here is so that I can, one, invert it, and now it has selected everything within the lines. That way I could do something like this and I can just fill it in, and now Vegeta is fully colored. But DC, Vegeta's not red. Yeah, I know. Just watch and learn. So the reason why I did this is because I'm doing a cell shaded style. For those of you guys don't know what a cell shading is, it's basically where you kind of fill in the character as a whole, and then what you do, you make a layer. I'm actually gonna put this in a folder, and we're gonna call this folder, come on, folder color. I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna label this base, and this one, let's start. I always like to start with like the first layer being the skin. So go with skin for the first layer. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because if I press this one right here, Photoshop, I believe you press Alt and you select the area in between to do the same thing. You can make it so that if you were to color this layer, so I'm going to pick a nice skin tone, it will stay within the lines like that. Pretty awesome, right? It makes it so that you can kind of cheat in terms of your coloring. I don't actually like that color. I'll lighten it up a little bit, and that should be pretty good. See, so I can just do something like that, and look, I just colored his face. So easy. And actually I guess Vegeta is kind of conservative because he doesn't show that much skin. It's pretty much just his head. Everything else is pretty much wrapped in his outfit. So I'm gonna be very loose with this, and the skin, it's just I'm gonna keep it nice and loose because I'm gonna be painting over this anyway. And then we're gonna make a new layer, do the same thing, and in this layer it's gonna be that's probably his suit. So the blue suit, his trademark blue Saiyan armor, like his undergarments, I guess. Sorry, I'm kind of adjusting the mic right now. And it's kind of like this bluish color. It's a little, make it a little deeper. No, almost got the color. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Right there we go. So I'm gonna color it in, maybe, and just make sure that I don't get that skin layer. I could probably select the area and make this a little bit easier, but there's not that much to do. So I'm just gonna color this in, like that. Nice and easy. And of course his arm is also that same blue. See, I'm so good at coloring within the lines, aren't I? Yeah, look at that. And this is just a very fast and easy kind of way to color. Oop. And the thing is, there's this little piece that's supposed to be actually not colored like that. So I actually went to the base layer and removed that section right there. Okay. So make sure, make sure everything that's supposed to be blue is blue. I think that's supposed to be blue. All right. Now let's make sure I got everything in here. And I think I'm good. All right, so this is already moving along very quickly. Now, what I'm gonna do after that is most likely his body armor. So his body armor is kind of like a white, kind of grayish color, like that, but it's pretty light. I like to put a little bit of a blue tint, or I want to put a little bit of a blue tint in it, just so that it's not just plain white. There we go. So I'm just gonna color this in, and I really like when I first started digital art, the thing I hated most was probably coloring. But now that I've been doing, oops, see I fucked up. I forgot to put on a new layer. There we go. Come on. It's armor. Okay, armor. There you go. And now I'm gonna color it. My bad guys. See, now I'm gonna color this in nicely, and I could erase just the armor part. So working with layers is a fucking lifesaver, I'll tell you that much. It'll make your life so much easier, but make sure you organize it like I was doing over here, because if you don't and you have like 30 layers, it gets kind of to be a pain, because you have to sort, which fucking layer was the skin layer, and you have to kind of go through and look through everything, and that's not fun. You don't want to do that. This process is supposed to make it easier, not harder. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust the mic a little bit, because I am getting a little closer to the screen in order to make sure I'm coloring within the lines. Yeah, see? I don't know about you guys, but coloring has become kind of therapeutic for me. Helps me relieve some of the stresses that I have to deal with on a daily life, because I'm gonna just sit here and color, just relax, just mother relax, man. You don't gotta. I'm quoting Joe. Like, hey, so for any of you guys that are fans of Just Kidding Films, I know a good amount of you guys probably are, because I'm pretty sure that's where most of my subscribers came from. Do you guys ever find yourself repeating the things like that Joe says? Like mudda. I have been saying it more often, and it's not like I'm trying to say it, but it just comes out like it just did a couple seconds ago. You know, you watch so many of these videos and you really like forget how much these things can influence you. And Joe's videos, I've been watching a lot more of his vlogs, and I guess they've been really getting under my skin, because I've been saying the word mudda a lot. Mudda asshole this, mudda asshole that, mudda. So, hey, careful what you watch on the internet, because they can all influence you to pretty much to some extent. Okay, oops. Make sure I don't get that. So yeah, you gotta be careful what you watch, because all that stuff does have an effect on you. And your subconscious mind is a very strong thing. And it's something that I've learned over like the past year, of how powerful your inner thought process and the things that you watch and see can affect you. And it's ridiculous of how strong that can be. Like something that I might have already said in a couple of videos is controlling your inner thoughts. I think I addressed it in maybe one of the first or second ones of this series, where you really have to control the way you think. I think even Joe talks about this. He was a psych major, I believe, so I'm not surprised that he knows about this. But not controlling your inner thoughts and just letting them run wild means you basically don't have control over yourself. And it's very true. If you just kind of let your thoughts just get the best of you, you know, it's not a good combination, I'll tell you that much. So make sure that you know, you're not getting down on yourself. You're not just thinking to yourself, oh, I suck at this. You know, little things like saying, oh, I suck at remembering names, that might make, like, your brain might actually make it so that you do suck at remembering names. So why not do the opposite? If it's true that your subconscious thoughts can affect you negatively, that means they can affect you positively. So instead of saying stuff like, oh, I suck at remembering names, tell yourself in your head, you're fucking amazing at remembering names. And the reason why you're amazing at remembering names is because you take the time to actually try to remember them by maybe relating them to someone else that you know that has a similar name, or asking the person, hey, how do you spell your name, if it's a kind of unique name. And if you tell yourself that, you're going to find yourself, you're actually taking the time to remember people's names without even kind of thinking. And by doing so, you're actually becoming a better person. You're improving yourself. And in this, we have such a short life that it's not good to stay stuck in one place. It's always good to constantly be improving yourself. Sorry, I'm being a little preachy in this episode. I don't know what's gotten over me, but it's just something that I'm very passionate about, and it's something that I like to talk about with people, because you know, the average person, you don't realize how much of a slave you are to your inner thoughts, and oftentimes they're your biggest enemy, yourself. That's what they kind of mean by oftentimes you're your own biggest enemy, and it's very true. So careful what you say to yourself. Careful of all the shit that's going on in your head. I think that's kind of how like things like depression starts. All these negative thoughts just keep accumulating over and over and over again, and eventually, before you know it, it overtakes you. And that's definitely not fun, and it's definitely not something that anyone should have to or want to go through. So if you can stay positive in your inner thoughts, you might be able to stay positive in life in general. So it's just something that, you know, it might be worth doing. It's not that hard to change a thought. You can do it right now. And 1 second, I'm gonna name this one his face. And you know, just taking the time to really, first off, just try to be aware of your own thoughts. Just, you know, for like a week, just listen to yourself. Listen to what you say to yourself. Is it positive? Is it negative? Are you putting yourself down? Like, it's not, it's subtle a lot of the times, and it's not just like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. Like, sometimes it's not even like that. It's just like, man, like I said before, I suck at remembering names. Oh man, I'm just not good at math. Man, I suck at cooking. You know, constantly telling yourself that, you're gonna make those things true. You know, so don't make those things true. Make the opposite true. Tell yourself you're fucking amazing at cooking because you're gonna take classes to actually get good at cooking. Tell yourself things like that, and believe it or not, some of those might come true. I'm not saying everything's gonna come true. It's like, I'm gonna make $1 million tomorrow. No, oftentimes life doesn't work that way. But you could tell yourself things like, I will make $1 million by the time I'm 30 because I'm gonna invest my time in learning about how money works. Something like that can be really productive. And you know, so many of us work so many hours of the day that a lot of times we forget to work on ourselves. And I think it's important that we all take some time every day to really work on ourselves, make ourselves the best version of ourselves as possible. I don't know if any of you guys follow Elliot Hulse, but he's also on the YouTubes. He is a strong man from Florida, and he always says that, you know, every day you should try to become the best version of yourself, the strongest version of yourself in every aspect. That doesn't always mean in fitness. It also means things like, you know, your brain. Your brain is like probably more important than your body. Or actually, I take that back. Another thing that Elliot also says, your body and mind are pretty much one. And it's kind of true. Think about it this way. You might know some people that are kind of sad sacks. What do you think of their posture? How are they standing? Are their shoulders kind of rounded forward? Their heads kind of down? They're looking down a lot of the times. You know, it's not just like a stereotypical thing. It's because of their inner thoughts being kind of negative. It will show in their posture. And that's crazy. That's what he means by your body and your mind are connected. They're one. So if you're a negative Nancy in the inside, it's going to show on the outside as well. And look at other guys that are very confident. Their shoulders are often like nice and back, you know, their chest is up, you know, their head's up as well, and they have this kind of like energy to them, and that's because they're confident about themselves. They don't let all the bullshit kind of take over, and they don't let the negativity of their inner brain also take them over as well. So it's that kind of thing. So I know this might be getting a little philosophical on you guys, and it's like, hey DC, talk about art, why aren't you being funny? Hey, I can't be funny all the time. Sometimes I want to be able to spread some knowledge in other areas of life that have positively affected me. And it's a funny thing. This girl that I am dating right now, I'm not sure if I should release this on the internet, but anyway, so there was a brief time where we didn't talk to each other for like actually I can't even say brief, it was like a year almost, and because of specific different reasons. And she said the first date that I was on with her, I was very different. I was very nervous, I was kind of fidgety, and all in all, I just was not I did not have that look of confidence. And I'm not surprised. The me back then was a very different version of me. So, and that was before I was able to kind of, for lack of a better term, I discover myself, or improve myself is better, and have confidence in myself, because I did have a lot of self-confidence issues. And it's not until you realize that, you know, a lot of these little thoughts in your head, or these negative thoughts, don't fucking matter. That's when you can actually be confident about yourself, because you really don't give a fuck about anything else, about the small problems of the world where people will tend to like complain on social media about their first world problems. It's like no one gives a fuck. I know I don't give a fuck about your problems, your privileged problems. Oh my god, Chipotle ran out of the carnitas today and just ruined my whole day. Shut the fuck up. You know what? So you know, control your thoughts, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. How am I doing on time for this episode? Oh, not too bad. So this episode, most likely I'm gonna do most of the base colors, and I'm gonna try to probably not gonna do any of the shading type stuff. That's gonna be probably in the next video. Oops. I almost fucked up again. Gotta put this on my own layer, on a new layer. Okay, there you go. Hair. Probably the most important part of being a Super Saiyan is your hair. All right. And there we go. Okay. Oh yeah. I'm really liking the Super Saiyan God forms, because I really like one of my favorite colors is probably teal. Anything kind of like a blue or green is something that it's just very aesthetically pleasing. So I think that's why I'm a little biased towards it. I just love the color in general. So I was like, woo. And I don't know about you guys, but I was really confused on the Super Saiyan God thing, because I watched the other movie where Beerus comes out for the first time, and the Super Saiyan God form then, Goku just looked like normal Goku, but he was just surrounded by red, right? And that was fucking it. And I was like, that looks kind of lame. And then all of a sudden they come out with another Super Saiyan God where it's like blue hair in like the new movie with Frieza. And I was like confused, so I actually wikied it, and apparently this form, according to the Dragon Ball Z wiki, is called Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So the first form where Goku was like red and it looked like he kind of slimmed down, that was just called Super Saiyan God. And this form is called Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So after getting to Super Saiyan God form, he is a Super Saiyan once again. So I guess I don't fucking know. That's what Wiki said. If I'm wrong, blame fucking Wiki. Okay, don't quote me on anything I said, but so I don't know. The name needs a little bit of work if you ask me. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. It's like, oh god, man. Once they get to like a couple more seasons, it's gonna be Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Super Monkey Balls. And yeah, so it looks like the base color for Vegeta is pretty much done. Let me just double check everything here. Looks like everything is in place. So as you can see, I could just turn certain layers off. You can turn some colors off, and what's nice about this, I could highlight the hair area like that, and then I could start shading like this, like that. Look at that. So easy, right? And but I'm gonna do that in the next episode. Yeah, I'm sorry to leave you guys hanging, but thank you guys for watching this video, and remember, you guys are all just a bunch of sexy bitches, and I love you. And remember to subscribe, leave a comment down below on what you think about this video, what to draw next, and any other opinions you guys have. You know, what are you guys doing for the holidays? Things like that. I want to talk to you guys. Keep talking back, because you guys are awesome. And remember that I love you. Bye. Mwah. Vegeta.
Hey there everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to leave a comment down below on who or what you want me to draw next, as I'm always taking suggestions. Also, if you liked the video, don't forget to leave me a big old thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, because I do post videos every week on Sunday. Now, if you want to see last week's video, luckily for you, it's right next to me.
In those areas, so like his legs, you know, he does not skip leg day.
Don't skip leg day. You will look ridiculous.
So I've got to make sure that they are thick in some areas.